West Brom v Millwall, 1983, League Cup. About 100 bushwhackers get into a home section of the Hawthorns to watch their Millwall play a second-round match against West Bromwich Albion. What happened next is legendary amongst the Albio faithful as the second worst night of violence ever seen by them at their own ground, the first being Leeds in 1982. Here's the stories from two lads who were there. West Brom Section 5 member Carl told us. I went to the first leg at Millwall, missed the first 5 mins and the first 2 Millwall goals queuing to get into the main stand. The away end was empty as what Albion fans were there decided to mingle in the rest of the ground. It was a really intimidating night. The Millwall fans in the stand spent the whole game snarling and gesticulating at Albion players when they came near to take a throw-in. They never let up even when they were 3 up. Also felt that they were on the lookout for any Albion fans. Recognised other Albion fans in the open concourse behind the stand when getting refreshments at half-time. But none of us spoke to each other. We just nodded or shared a knowing glance. It was that scary. A bit like the scene at the railway station in The Great Escape when the Germans were looking for the Brits. So second leg we were 3-0 down, but won 5-1 to go through 5-4 on aggregate. I was in the Brummy Road end. About 30 Millwall were in the Rainbow end, and it all kicked off after our 4th goal, and all the Millwall were causing havoc in the Rainbow, with some of them running across the top of the executive boxes to get at the Albion in the Brummy Road end. They tried to climb the fence, but one of ours said, "Nobody runs if they get over." I looked around me and half the Brummy Road had already left the area, leaving us 20 to take on the mighty Millwall. Fortunately, they didn't bother getting over the fence as some coppers appeared and forced them away from the fence. After that, it all kicked off outside the Brummy Road with fights going on all over the place. So they didn't have it all their own way, and after near the town centre, a mini bus of them pulled up to have a go at the Albion. But this was Turk's crew, who had a stockpile of bricks and bottles, which they used against this Millwall firm who drove off after them, and their van was battered, so they definitely came unstuck. Years later I worked with a Millwall fan who went to the second leg. He said the reason why they were all in the upper tier of the Rainbow was because one of the Millwall fans reached inside one of the Rainbow turnstiles and nicked 2 books of tickets and distributed them amongst all the fans. So they all got in free. 2 very scary nights, and I never did go to Millwall again. Millwall Bushwacker, Ian told us. You know us bushwhackers. We really don't like talking about this kind of thing. Some of our boys have been locked up because of historical violence. But I will tell you what I heard about the day. First, it all kicked off at the services on the way up to Birmingham. I won't go into detail. Then we had a row with the police and the Zulus in Birmingham city centre after drinking in one of the Zulus' haunts. Then we arrived in Smethwick and smashed that place up too. Finally, we get to the match, and one of our boys nicked 3 books of tickets from an unsuspecting turnstile operator and gives them to the others. So we end up with about 100 in their Rainbow end, along with the 200 in the away section of the Smethwick end. After their 3rd goal went in, it was mayhem. Fights all along the Rainbow end as West Brom fans retreated onto the pitch. We smashed up the executive boxes, then tried to gain access to their home end, the Brummy Road, along the top of the exec boxes to reach the fence. A couple of our boys managed to scale it and run some Albion standing nearby, but the old Bill arrived just in time to save the Albion. I think another 20 over the fence and they would have scarpered. Once we got outside, we met up with the Millwall from the away end and marched up and down the Brummy Road, smashing everything in our way. Police, cars and Albion fans all the same. One of our vans got smashed up in Smethwick, so we went mental on the march back to the trains with the police totally overwhelmed. They did manage to arrest about 30 of our lot, who had to stay the night and got swift fines the next day. As I say, I don't want to say any more. Other than I bet the West Brom police and fans remember that night for sure. We thank Carl and Ian for their recollections. It sure sounds like a lot of trouble for a minor cup tournament, but those were the days, my friends. Trouble could kick off any time, especially against Millwall and the like. Please like and subscribe as it really helps our channel grow.